Hey guys, Dave Kincaid here. Hope you're doing great today. I've got a really, I think, amazing video for you today, or at least amazing thing about grants. I don't know how amazing the video is going to be, but an amazing thing about grants that if I wasn't going to show you today, it's kind of one of those things you probably wouldn't believe. And it's that in grants, there's a reason why you should get into them if you can, and it's that grants are really not what people think oftentimes. And I'll give you a few examples. One is this. Usually when times are tough, like if you're at a company and the company starts losing money, there are cuts, right? They're going to lay people off and there'll be cuts. At the opposite end, let's say there's a concert you want to go to, and you got to hurry up and get your tickets, because if you don't get your tickets, it sells out and they're all gone and no concert for you. Well, grants are this completely counterintuitive thing. And I'm going to show you what I mean today. Because when times are bad, things actually go up in grants. And when things are good in grants, they just kind of open up more grants. And this will, I'll be able to explain it more when I show you. So let's just jump in and have a look here. Okay, so I'm going to go through a few examples here for you. And the first one is an email I got this week from Emissions Reduction Alberta, which is the largest environmental grant agency in Alberta. And it looked normal. I mean, not normal in the sense that COVID's going on, so there's lots of announcements. But I'm reading this along, and then I get to here. And it says SDTC, so if you know anything about grants at all, it's the largest clean tech environmental grant agency in the country, okay? And it says SDTC is taking action to support small business navigating these unprecedented times. Now keep in mind, the people that have got SDTC funding have got a grant. It usually covers a third of the total expense, okay? So they're going to take action. They've already given them a third, now they're going to take some action. Canada's largest funder of clean technology is providing an immediate increase in funding for all its supported companies. This one-time payment provides immediate relief and additional time for these organizations to innovate, develop strategies, and respond to the current. So you go to their website, and sure enough, look at this little release. Now, it might not seem much, but imagine you're an entrepreneur. You've taken the work. You've applied for SDTC. You've won a grant. You've won like $700,000 or something. And it just says, we know the time is to act now. That's why we're providing an immediate increase to funding for all SD. So they just got more money. And it's kind of buried down in an email and then buried on the website. And it's just like, wow. Like they already, and I'm just, it's like, get into grants, guys. If you're not into grants, like you've got this grant and then times hit and they top up their funding. Let me show you another example here with COVID. Those of you that applied for the Canada Summer Job Grant, if you're on my email list, I was telling you, get your applications in. Well, look what happened. So, summer jobs grants, blah, blah, blah. We are taking making temporary changes to the Canada Summer Job Grant, the program to allow employers to, look at this, receive an increased wage subsidy so that private and public sector employers can also receive up to 100%. So if you're a private company, it was 50, and now all of a sudden you got 100. So there's a couple of really valuable lessons here. One is good things happen to people who work hard. I mean, there's all kinds of expressions you could talk about, but it's like, it's amazing that if you've taken the steps, you've planned, you've got your grant calendar, you're applying for them, and now tough times hit, the government needs a way to help businesses, and this is kind of an easy way for them to do it, right? Now, I'm going to leave you with one more tip that I just think is truly fascinating, and that is, this is from a few years ago, but I think it's something that's quite common. Look, this is the old government in 2017. Alberta doubles micro grant program for small business. Basically, the program was working well. They double it to 10,000. because it was working so well. So never was telling you about the concert. Well, now it's working well, so they double the money. And then, it comes down here. It says the cash will come from excess funds to the other grant. I could talk, that's another video for another time about some grants have need applicants and some are fill up quickly. But my point is, grants are kind of counterintuitive things. Like, and good things happen if you get in them. So tough times hits. If you're into grants, they're topping you up. Whether it's a summer student or a multi-million-dollar project. I don't know how much. I don't know what the details are, but it's amazing. And if it's a really popular program, the government's celebrating wins, and they're like, wow, this thing's a winner, or they're responding to the needs of people, and they want to fund it. So if you're an entrepreneur and you're listening to this, and you're not sure about grants, this is an unbelievable example of how advantageous it can be to get into grants. And they kind of fly. This kind of story just kind of flies below the radar. No one really picks it up, but it's incredible. And I hope you appreciate this video. Feel free to subscribe to my channel if you want more like it, or like it. I guess I've never said that before. It's the first time I've ever said that on video. I have told my friends to like my channel, and they haven't. Hey, have a great day. See ya. Bye-bye.